Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Erin Lee. You can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. So again, we're going to be using Sonia Choquette's Ask Your Guides Oracle deck. Today is Monday, March 25th, but because it's kind of later in the day, we're going to do a reading for Tuesday, March 26th to Sunday, March 31st. And again, because I've had so much fun using the crystals, we're going to do it again. So your choices this week are citrine, jet, and selenite. Again, your options are citrine, jet, and selenite. So we're going to give the cards a quick shuffle, and we're going to set our intentions that we're asking for help and guidance from our guides, from our angels, for the coming week. And the first card that we're going to pull is for Tuesday and Wednesday. And the message is leadership, a sense of working together, moving forwards, and working towards the light. One of the things that's coming up about this week is the energy of kind of picking up your bootstraps and moving forward, plowing forward, looking for inspiration, not necessarily so much outside of yourself, but becoming inspired from within. Things are becoming light. We're in the Western Hemisphere at any rate. We're coming into the season of spring, and things are lightening, and it's time to start taking off. So there are kind of residual feelings of lower energy, the shaking off the last little bits of winter, but we are coming into a time where energy is moving forward. So do be gentle with yourself, but also continue to push forward, continue to move forward. Here we go. For Thursday and Friday is this feeling of rest. And oh, really interesting actually, in both of these cards we have a picture of what I'm going to call a dove. The rest card coming up for Thursday and Friday, so making sure that you're also taking that downtime for yourself. Even though we're starting to see more light and people are starting to have more energy, remembering that we're still coming out of the shadow of winter, and that even though we want to be going outside and doing all of these things and celebrating outside, because the energy is there to be doing that, making sure that we're keeping balance, maintaining balance, and taking time to rest, relax, and recuperate. When we're busy, Spirit doesn't have time, or angels and guides aren't able to connect with us as easily. So making sure that you're taking that time, that downtime for yourself. Going into Saturday and Sunday, is this feeling of boredom, or pardon me, the boredom card rather is coming up. And so the message that's coming up around that card is there's a lot to be learned Saturday and Sunday. Expect that there will be lessons and changes in overall routines. Looking at routine, seeing where you're no longer satisfied and where things can be changed and be shaken up. It feels like it's actually going to be kind of an interesting week with some ups and downs, with this feeling of energy pushing forward and then taking a break, and then how are we going to change things? So even though we're coming into spring and it's a time of lightness and there's joy and things are starting to happen, there is definitely a really interesting feeling and dynamic that's coming up around the week. So really make sure that you're paying attention to what you need and giving yourself what you need. All right, for the people who chose citrine, partnerships and love. So the energy that's coming up for you this week is actually an awful lot around relationships coming together. There's a sense of community, and so if you've been in a place where there has been a bit of darkness and you've been feeling kind of up and down and not really sure, now is the time. This is the week to start connecting with your support network, connect with friends, with family, and doing it in a really loving and positive kind of way. One of the energies of citrine is to help clear. So if part of the reason that you've not been connecting effectively with friends and family has to do with issues that you have within your relationship, this is a time when that's starting to clear. So even though we're coming together in a joyful and a community kind of manner, expect that there will be things that are starting to fall away, relationships and relationship issues that may be starting to fall away. For the people who chose jet, there's this incredible sense of empowerment that's coming up for you this week. One of the things that really draws me about this card is the beauty that is seen within and that is being reflected without. So as you become in touch with yourself, with your passions, with what it is that you need, that is naturally reflected throughout your body, throughout your energy field, and throughout your entire essence. So this week is actually going to be, again, a week of celebration for you. Empowerment moving forward, and just this feeling of wow, of nobody really stopping you. Also, Jet has an awful lot of clearing properties as well. It tends to get right in there. It gets really kind of nitty gritty. So if there's anything that has been keeping you or preventing you from really exuding and expanding into your true self, expect that this will be a week that things are starting to clear and purge. There we go. And for our selenite people, a sense of discipline. So it's the message that's coming up for you is to make sure that you're doing everything that it is that you need to do in order to start moving forward. If you have a lot of ideas and you've been having a difficult time getting down to it and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is the time to be doing it. It's really important that you start developing plans and that you start sticking to it. This isn't a time to be kind of wishy-washy and all over the place. All of the energy is coming in, and it's time to really start moving forward, to really start shooting forward. And one of the things around selenite is making sure that you are it helps to facilitate connecting through the chakras and all the way up into to claircognizance, to psychic awareness. So making sure that you're taking the time to connect and then moving forward. I'm Erin Lee. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me this week. You can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. I'd like to wish you a fabulous week.